Okay. So yesterday we saw some sample code for ADO, how to connect to the current database. Now suppose we need a list of all the records which are in personal details, are some of the recent records which is in the EMP personal details. The same way what we are seeing in the grid. For that we need to have a I'll string this. Now let us see what is a subform subreport. We'll start with the subform. In subreport, we'll see when we have a report. This is subform subreport. Drag and drop it here. By default, if you have any existing subforms, then it shows the list. But right now we don't have any other subforms. This is the first subform. So we need to select, we can select either tables or queries from here. For now, let us select a table, EMP personal details, and I want all the fields, and name it properly because we'll need names later on in the code. So subform EMP personal details. This is the name of the form. Let us see how it looks in the runtime. Okay, this is the subform we just draw on the main form. These are the records available in the EMP personal details table. To have better results, I'll import some more data here, but I don't know whether I have it right now. I need the data for the better results. So now let us say whenever you select, you want to find a record, those selected records should be filtered out here in the subform. Right now it is showing only here, but let us say we want to search by name, first name, last name, and we want the results in this subform. In that case, we need to have a very simple code to display data below here. This is the code we already have for the text boxes. Now we'll use the same EMP ID and we'll put it down. For that, we need a subform name subform dot form dot record source. Record source is the property of the subform which we need to pass the SQL query. Then we need to requery or refresh. Okay, the query is here, the same query, we need it here. Okay, we need the same query here. Let us try this. Find record. It is asking for employee ID 1002. So as soon as we started search and when the record is available, it is showing the record which we found. It's filtering out all the records. Let us see 1004. It is not there. Then 1005 is there. Suppose if record is not there, then we should just requery. Okay. No records. This is the simple thing, but very important. Uh, Practically, you have to use it, and you should be good in the SQL statements. Suppose if you don't want all the fields, just you want to see only few fields. In that case, just remove the star and manually enter the column names here. So now it is going to show only 3 fields, not all the fields from the table. Okay. Rest of the fields it is not showing because we have filtered it. We have selected only 3 columns. But most likely we need all the columns, so we use star. Now let us say we want, instead of a employee ID, we want to search with the name, with the last name. We'll search for the employee last name, and we need to pass the employee last name, and let us have another input box. Tim, last name as string, last name is equal to, we'll check that in the input box. Enter employee last name and title employee personal details. So we'll pass this last name here, but watch it carefully. Here we are searching for a string, so string should be in single quotes, and you should have in the beginning and also in the end. This is how we search for a string in MS Access. This is very, very important. You have to search it in this format, or you have to pass the value in this format, even if it's a SQL statement or concatenation or anything. Now let us try. This first one is for the EMP ID 1005. Okay. Now it is asking for the employee name, employee last name. It's displaying the employee last name. It has searched with the employee last name. What if we have several last name, like same last name in several records? Let us try that. 1006, then rest of the fields I don't care. 107. Now let us search. Now this is, so now it is displaying 2 records, but Here, can we display the two records in this text boxes? No. At a time, we can show only one record. That is another use of the subform. Now, let us say if user doesn't know the exact spelling of the last name. He wants everything wherever there is a particular string or a particular name. So for that we have a we can use, instead of equal to, we can use like, and percentage in the beginning and percentage in the end. These are called wildcard characters, and if we pass this, it wherever in the name it finds that string, it pulls out. Let us see how it works. So earlier we were getting only two records. Now we should get at least three records. It did not find anything. Nothing. So that means there is something wrong in the statement here. Okay. Instead of percentage, we should use star in MS Access. These percentages are used in the RDBMS, like SQL Server, Oracle, and all. But MS Access accept stars. Okay. Now, how many records you see? Three records. But if we don't use the like operator and the stars here, then we were getting only two. When we were using equal to sign, then we are getting two records. Got it? Any questions here? You're talking about this one? Yeah, because we have declared another input box here. That's why two input boxes are coming. For now, just we'll comment this one. Okay. Now we'll see only one input box, and we can see that only in the mhm. Because employee ID is a number and this is a string. That is the difference. And even this is the column name. This is the column name. This is the table name. And this is called the condition, where condition. We are saying database that select all the records from employee personal details. Then again we are giving condition, don't give all, only I need those employees whose first name like what we have provided in the input box. And we don't want exactly wherever the string appears, bring that. Let us see another example for that. Let me enter A and N. Okay. In the last name, wherever there is AN, it has pulled those records. Let us check the better one. We'll search for AR then. Okay. So wherever there is AR, it pulled out all the records and displaying. Till now, we have seen that we can only add a record or modify or delete or find a record. But there is no way that we can navigate between the records like this. We have, let us say, thousands of records. If we want to go to next record set, then we press next record button or previous button or last record or first record. If we want to have the same functionality here in the form, and we need that actually, we need to have that kind of functionality here. Give me a minute, let me check the mouse. I don't have the mouse here. रेड माउस कहाँ है? डाइनिंग टेबल पे. Okay. So any doubts about the subform? And we can have multiple subforms in a single form. It's not that only we can have one subform. I need 4 buttons for the navigation. And we can have this arrows. Double arrow means first record. Single arrow means previous record. And this is next record. This is last record. Okay, and we'll name it as CMD previous, CMD next, CMD first, and CMD last. We'll see first CMD first and CMD last. For that, again, we need to connect to the database the same way what we did earlier. But we don't need any condition. We need all the records. Expected list separator. Where is that? Let's see. Um, then we have opened the record set. Then if not rec dot BOF means beginning of file. Table is nothing but a file in the database. If not record set dot beginning of file, then record dot move first is the method. Now we have opened the database, we have opened the record set. So first we need to close the record set. Rec dot close. Then database dot close. Then I'll copy this. Then make them nothing. Release the memory. Let us try this one first. Okay. Okay. So our code is incomplete because we are moving the record set, but we need to display that record set in the text boxes too. For that, this is where we are assigning all the values. Yesterday we saw this. What we are doing, we are assigning all the text boxes values from the table what we fetch. Okay. Right now it's 1002. Nothing. And rect dot move first. If then and if. I'll add one more condition. If rect dot record count is greater than 0, then do all this. And let me check. It's not executing the code. That means procedure. Okay. Dot record count is 1. What is wrong in the condition here? If not rec dot beginning of file, then rec dot move first. Okay, we'll remove the condition and directly we'll move the record set. Okay, now this time it went. Okay, I'll move this record set to 1005. We change the code in the find. I think so. Okay. Set table EMP personal details. Okay, it is not connected here, so that's why it's not showing. Okay, we'll code for the last record also, then we'll go back. And for the first record and last record, code is same. Just instead of record dot move first, we need to go to record dot move last. This is the CMD last record command button, and just we need to change record dot move last. That means we are asking the cursor to move to the last record. Here, this is the last record, this is the first record. 1001 is the first record and 1007 is the last record. And move previous and move last is little bit tricky. And code is almost the same, but we need to use the query and also condition. Now we'll write for the previous record. Select star from EMP personal details, add a condition where field name, here we need a unique key column. Whichever column holds the unique values, use that column for move previous and move last. Where employee ID is equal to ampersand txt emp id dot value plus 1. But we are going to the previous record, so we should use -1. It's a number, so we can use val to get the better results. What we are saying here is whatever may be the number in the employee ID, -1 is the previous record, right? Suppose it's 103. 103 minus 1 is 1002. But here is the problem, 1005. Previous 1004, there is no record. So let us see. So here rec dot here, nothing is required actually when we are using this SQL statement. If we are not using the SQL statement, in that case we can do that. Let us try this way. So go to last record and previous. Here is the issue. It's not there is no 1004. So we need to write the condition then. So it's stuck for 1004 because there is no such record, and this statement is failing. So here we can add a condition else. Rec dot move previous. Let us try. No current record. Okay, there is no record. That's why. So usually what we do is we will have a unique ID column here. Employee ID having a primary key, but also will have a record ID in all the tables, or a unique ID which we utilize for going previous or moving forward. But anyway, here we can trick this somehow. Uh, Else we open the record, then record dot close, then again open the record, and instead of -1 use -2, -2, but it can't go here. So for that, this should come up. Otherwise we can change the condition. If not, record count is greater than 0, then close the record set and open it again with a different, and we can use the same record set for this one. Here what I'm doing is, first I'm looking for the trying with detecting only one EMP ID. If that is not there, then I'm closing the record because we open it here and reopening it with a -2, whatever may be the employee ID, deduct 2 from it. Let us see this time. Okay. Now we have went into the beginning of file. That's why you are getting a error message, because we don't have any other record after 1001. For that, always check if where we are doing that record count, we are not moving the record set. Why? Okay, because we did not check the condition here. We can check the condition here. If not recorded dot if record count is greater than 0, then only go into this text boxes, otherwise don't. Here we are restricting the cursor to go for this values. If there is a record, then only go into this block of code. Okay, now we don't have that error. Now let us write the code for next record set. For the first one, first we are deducting only 1 from the EMPID. Then go for this. And finally, we are checking again before going into block of code. If there is a record, then only update it in the text boxes. And we'll copy and paste the same code, just instead of minus, we'll use plus. Let us try this way. We are on the first record. Okay, no issues. Okay. So, are you guys, any of you tried, except I think Nidhi? Did anybody try? Yesterday's class or before that? You are Fatima, right? Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. In the first situation, very first time when we are checking the record, this is what we are checking the record in the database. When we are here, we are passing a value of the text box, whatever is here. Right now it is 1001. We are trying this 1001 minus 1. So what will happen? Do you get any results here? No, we don't get any results. Okay, let us take the example of after 1003 we have 1005, right? After 1003 we have 1005. So when we pass the value 1005 minus 1, it's looking for 1004. So this statement goes wrong. There is no record and it shows as 0. So that's why we have to close the record, whatever we found here, and go for another try. Instead of trying minus 1, this time we'll try minus 2. If we are lucky, yeah, no, no, no. But in the real time, we maintain a separate column for the unique values. And okay, all right. Yeah, that's why we use a different technique, not this one. This is the simple way of doing this. Yeah, we'll use a different technique over there. And when we do the project next week, then we'll see. But right now, let us learn uh, whatever is the easiest way, or these things like you get familiar to searching with a SQL query. So this part is okay then. Okay. And subform, yeah, we can have many forms here. If you want to show one more table, or if you want to show a query here and the table here, or a child table here, yeah, sometimes there is a need. Not at all. It can relate to many tables. Right now, this employee personal details is related to EMP payments, EMP joining details, EMP departments. Excuse me. So from go to create menu, uh, sorry, you should be in the design view. Then you can go to design, and here is the subform. When you take the mouse, it shows the name subform subreport, the third one under list box. Just drag and drop like the other controls. Let me see what else I can show you. So now, if you have any questions, please ask me. Then, yeah, I'm checking what all we have. Yeah, I think I did not upload 30th and yesterday's, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll upload both of them today. Any other question? So tell me frankly, who is trying at home and who is not? Because maybe this weekend we'll finish the MS Access and we'll do a small project, and I want you guys to design a form for the rest of the tables, or at least couple of the tables, and we'll try to code it in a professional way, not the way what we did today or yesterday or before that. This is not a professional way of writing the code, as we are looking for a job next month, then we have to be more professional. Here the mistake what we are repeating is we are repeating the code again and again. This code we are repeating again and again, at least these three, right? If you go, you see all these three lines again and again. How can we avoid this? Any suggestions? Yeah, tell me.
Make them as public or something.
Okay. At,
This option explicit.
at least we can put it here so that we can share in the rest of the. Okay, I'll remove the rest. Any confusion? Let us try. Okay, everything is working. And what else we can do here? Are we repeating this code? No. Are we repeating this 4 lines of code? So what we can do with this code? We cannot put this code on the top.
We could put a go to and use it in the end, and after every procedure we can send the the
Mhm.
cursor to that position.
But goto will work only in a procedure. So it's going to be same, right? I have to write goto in every, will be adding one more line of code in every
Yeah,
button. So that is not a good idea. But we know, right? We can call any function or any procedure,
okay.
right? We can call like this, right? Any procedure or function. Same way we can put all these four in a separate procedure. Okay. Now call this procedure and get rid of this 4 lines. Okay. So let us test this one. Still code is working. There is no issue. What else we can do here? We can save some more code. Yeah, it's a yeah, definitely we can do that. And what else? I'm mainly looking over the big code actually, such like this. Are we repeating this type of code? In add new we have, and the same thing we have in the edit also. Almost same except this line of code. Okay, and where else we have in at least 5 places this similar code, right? In the find, move first, move last, move previous in 4 places. So what we can do here? Can we do the same way we did here? Yes, we can. Let us simplify. Private sub fill data. Okay, and this is the one we are repeating again and again. And we need to call the procedure from wherever we are removing. And okay, so even I'll remove from here in case if you guys want to use this. Okay, let us try this code. So still working, no issues. Okay, everything is working fine. So what else we can do? For add and edit, we are repeating the code. Let me put under add. This block of code is equal to this block of code except this one, right? Here we disable employee ID in while editing, but here we are using employee ID. So, but still we can do by just by passing a single condition. Let us see how we can do that. So we'll have private sub add edit and will pass the argument whether it's a add or edit. Based on that, we'll use this field or we don't have to use the field. We'll decide here. So by val add edit as byte. We'll pass will pass 0 if it is from add button. Okay, we'll pass 1 if it's a edit button. Okay, but here we need to change, or here we need to change. We'll make this proc procedure, add edit procedure. If add edit is equal to 0, right? When we pass 0, then it should take into consideration record of employee ID. Else, if we pass 1, then this condition fails and it goes directly here. Let us try. Did we remove from add edit and we did not call this prop yet? Add edit prop. So this is add button, so we need to pass 0, right? And when we are calling from edit, we should pass value 1, and we can remove this from here. So how much code did we remove from here? So much, right? Now let us try add edit. We'll add. The changes you requested to the table were not successful. Okay, got it. Now suppose if you want to clear out this all the fields so that you can enter a new record set, then we need a button. Before executing that, we need to uh, clear out these records. Let us uh, for now I'll keep it here, and later on you guys can clear text boxes. Okay. Okay, then we know for each, right? For each control in me dot controls, we need to declare control for each. We need to have a loop with next. if control dot type what's wrong here? Control dot type, no. For each control in me dot controls, if control dot type should be the columns drop down. Anything with type controls layout. Already we did this maybe last week or something. VBA access for each control in form. Control type. But even that is not visible. If control dot control type is equal to AC text box, then control dot value is equal to, okay, we are looking for all the text boxes in the current form and we are clearing it. Next without for. Anybody see any issue here in this code? Yeah. Issue is we did not mention end if. If you don't want to specify end if, then you need to use it like this. Now it worked. Okay. But we have specified only text boxes. That's why it did not clear any drop down list or list boxes. To add that to the code, then just specify the type as AC combo box. Okay. Now let us enter 1004 is not there, right? Can somebody give me some name loudly? Okay. And the last name Maheshwari. Okay. And the email ID something. And this should be numbers, otherwise it will raise a error. Thing. Select it. We cannot give anything wrong here. Zip code is a number. The number added. Okay, it is there now. And let us edit this record, same record. By making a change, something. Okay. So everything is working and we have simplified the code. Okay. And we did not repeat any code except this one and this one. Like we can do that if we spend the time. Any questions still here? Is that too? Excuse me. AC means access. Access text box. Access combo box. Okay. Shall we wind up here, or you guys want something else? So you don't have any questions in subform, right? It's easy. And whatever the code we are writing here, if we write for one form, the same code we can repeat in all the forms. Just need to change the name of the table and the name of the columns and the text boxes names, controls name. Okay, just copy paste the code and use in the other form just by making simple changes like name of the table, column names, then control names, those kind of changes. But code will remain same. Like you can, the same type of code you can use in other forms. Got my point? Because we'll be, right? Like suppose you are creating a form for EMP payments. You'll have the form, but these fields will be different, right? But code for this will be same. Just need to change the table name and whatever the fields you have defined in the table, just need to take those fields. But anyway, structure is same. Just if one of the form is working fine, the same code you can repeat in other forms. At least you have an example. And while working also, you can just take this code in the pen drive, or you can have it in the email, or you can print it out this code and just uh, 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 look at this and you can create your own. But when you do it at work, then you should do it fast. For doing fast, you need to practice at home several times. Then only you'll get a command on that. So, so we'll wind up the class for today, and tomorrow we'll see what else we can. We have queries are there, forms are there, and I want you guys to go through the at least basic SQL statements. Um We'll be needing those basic SQL statements throughout the project. I'm sure many of you doesn't know the SQL queries. Am I right? Those who don't know this simple SQL queries? And right, but you can learn this. Uh, yeah, it's new, but it's not difficult. This is a SQL language which you should learn actually. But at least you should know the basic SQL queries, like how to search for a particular date, how to get the range of dates, how to search for a string, or if it's a number, or there is situation where you may have to match several things, like you need to check the employee ID as well as employee last name and department number. So we have tried only one conditions, but in the real time we may have some 5 conditions. So you definitely you guys will need this SQL statements, and at least basic should be. And also, like if you know the SQL statement for insert, update, and delete, then we don't need to write this ton of code. Whatever we wrote here, just we can simply convert into a 2-line code or 3-line code just by executing a simple command, do cmd dot run sql, and if you write the insert command here, you're done. You don't have to write everything, you don't have to create a connection, nothing is required. And same thing for the edit also, and same thing for the delete also. If you know the SQL statements for insert, update and delete, then just you can bypass this many lines of codes. Okay guys, we'll see tomorrow same time. Okay, thank you everyone and good night.
Hello.
Yes, Nitin.
Yes. So I was studying the loops and I was trying to create a Fibonacci series. I think I'm pronouncing it right.
Share your screen.
What's that?
Can you share your screen?
No. Can you see my screen?
No, I can't.
I'll just copy paste you the code.
Okay.
I actually got it from Google only. I'll message you on the Skype if you can see it. The Fibonacci series, like first, like 0, 1, 2, then 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. Basically, we have to add up the last 2 digits.
If n is equal to 0, then phi b. So if n is equal to 1, then phi b is equal to 0. Means n. So, what is the issue here?
Yeah. So the question is like when somebody told me to create a Fibonacci series, I understood the concept. Like we have to define one as a first number, then second number, then sum, and then second number is becoming first number, and sum is becoming second number. But the things like what they have written here, if n is equal to 0, okay, that is also fun. First thing I wanted to ask is about I. Like today the code which you send me, in that also we have directly written for I equals to this. So is I something which is already defined in this language?
No. I we need to define it as a number, like depending on the size, byte, integer, long.
But today, like when the code which you sent me, I didn't define I, but still it was working.
Because on the top you might have not put the statement option explicit.
Yes, I didn't put that.
When you put that, then it's going to ask I is not declared.
Okay. And like we didn't put it and still it was working.
Yeah, but definitely every code page will have that option explicit.
Okay. Yeah, so here what we have written is for I equals to 2 to n. Okay, let me work on it more and then I'll come back to you with my exact problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. And like when I was seeing this code, when I was searching for this code, there were many different ways of writing this code. Like some people were writing this as declaring as function, then f0 plus f1 equals to f2, something like that. So like whichever way is more suitable or comfortable to us, that is fine. There is no specific way of writing, right?
Yeah, like if you are good in one way, that is fine.
Okay.
Especially in VBA, nobody is going to care.
Right. But like, when will the stage will come that we can remember these codes? Like writing the basic one is one thing, but sometimes like today what you were writing, so there were so many things which we cannot write even like if we don't copy paste it from somewhere else.
Like if you keep on now it's 17 years for me, but still I don't remember some few things like it get confused between .NET, VB6 and VBA. But still, like when you keep on doing, then it automatically comes to your mind.
Okay, it's too late now. You also rest. Thanks a lot. I'll just work on this and we'll get back to it.
Good night.
Yeah. Okay.